I think I'm streaming. I'm not entirely sure. I am streaming. Okay, yes, I am live. I am live. Let me just make sure I'm... Okay, yes, I am live. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. How's it going? Can you hear me? What's going on, chat? What's going on? How are you all on this fine Thursday? Let me know if any of like the audio needs to be fixed, if anything like that needs to be sorted. I am fairly new to streaming, so it's not exactly my forte. Not exactly my forte, but I will it's not exactly my forte, but I thought I might as well hop on to talk to you guys today, because this is a momentous day. We got some crowns in the chat. I don't know what that means. Top fans. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like they've gamified it now. They've gamified live streaming, so you get like crowns for if you're talking in the chats. Okay. I need to definitely get onto one of those things where I can put up like a screen that says when I'm going to be live streaming and then like hop into it from there. Because every single time I never know if I'm actually streaming yet. I'm really bad at this. Hello, Patricia. Unfortunately, yeah, you have to go to work. No worries. No worries. If anyone's got more important things to be doing today, definitely go take them on. But I thought that for today, for my birthday, it would be good just to chat to you guys for a bit, talk about the channel, answer any questions you guys have, and take it from there, really. Take it from there. I am absolutely... so happy that so many people have showed up. We have about 28 people in the chat right now, which is insane. And yeah, basically just talk about the channel. I'll stream for maybe like an hour or so. It's not going to be a huge one because I've got some plans later on today. But I'm just really, really, really thankful that you guys have shown up to say hello on my birthday. Thank you guys very, very much for showing up. So yeah, let's get on to any questions that we have. Yeah, I've seen all these like great birthday messages pop up in the chats. Banana's saying, how are you? I'm doing fantastic right now, Banana. I'm doing fantastic. It's just really nice to see all your guys like lovely comments and stuff, your lovely messages. Archelio, the Harbinger, says, how's your birthday been, Fox? To be fair, it's been pretty decent. So far today, I have been working on a new video, which will be coming out fairly soon, actually. Fairly soon. I've readjusted the way I do content now, so the video that I've been writing today will probably be out, like, next week, early next week. I think you guys will see it definitely by this time next week. I went to write... in a small little cafe nearby, and yeah, you'll be seeing it fairly soon. So that's good. And then aside from that, I'm just very, very excited to be getting up to some cool stuff tonight. I'm gonna have a Five Guys, which will be fun. Always like a Five Guys. I'm gonna be drinking some soju, if you guys know what soju is. It's like a Korean kind of like liqueur. And then, what am I doing? Oh, and we'll be playing, I don't know if we can see it in the back. You might be able to if I kind of... How am I going to do this? I'll just get out of the way like this. You see that? That's a hunter-killer game that I was given years ago by the hunter-killer. And... well, we'll play it tonight, and I'll find out how it is. We have just received a massive £2 donation by Alexander. What's his full name? I want to get this right. I cannot see it now. How do I see? Go to channel. Let me go to channel. Alexander Molyneux. Yeah, Alexander Molyneux has donated £2 to ask, or say, happy birthday, mate. How are you? Thank you very much, Alexander. I really do appreciate the donation. And to answer your question, I am 24 years old today. 24 years old on the 24th. So this is technically, I found this out recently, this is technically my golden birthday, which I didn't even know what the hell this is. Apparently, according to Jojo Siwa, your golden birthday is the birthday where the day corresponds to how old you are. So most people probably won't even realize they've had one until it's too late. However, being born on the 24th of July means that now is my golden birthday. So, wait. Kirsten Polling, seems like it's Kirsten's birthday as well. 35 today for me. I did see some people in my announcement that I was going to do a stream today say that they were also, we're birthday twins, triplets, birthday community out there. Who said it? Yokosho247, which probably makes sense actually, given the 247, 24th of July. And yes, yeah, Kirsten also commented. Thank you very much for commenting on my community post yesterday, Kirsten. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. So yeah, I'm 24 years old today, which means I will admit, I'll be the first one to admit that my early 20s are now behind me. I am now into my mid-20s, but I feel a lot better. When I was 23, I was kind of like, I wanted to be in my early 20s, I think. And now that I'm 24, I'm very, very happy that I am in my mid-20s. I've had a year, really, to accept. 23 is kind of like on the brink. 24, I think, is definitely mid-20s. So I am now in my mid-20s. I am Unk. Okay, guys, I am Unk now. But yeah. So what is everyone saying? Happy birthday, happy birthday. How old are you now? Hello, Fox. Yeah, if any of you guys aren't subscribed for whatever reason, don't know how you'd be watching this, but if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe. As Alexander so graciously donated, any donations made are very, very appreciated. Meerkat, how's it going? Meerkat asks, what's the flavor, homeboy? Don't really understand the question, but the answer is probably very good. What else we got? Food from Afar says, yeah, I remember being 24 and years ago. Well, good luck on whatever age you are now. Yeah, Meerkat, thank you very, very much for showing up into the chat. If you guys don't know, Aloof Meerkat is one of the OGs of this channel. Aloof Meerkat has been with the channel for donkey's years. Absolute ages. Yeah, you guys are being so nice in the chat right now. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Like, I really do appreciate all these birthday messages. I've probably received more this year than I have in, like, a long time. Like, all of my family and friends and stuff have been, they've been so supportive this year in wishing me a happy birthday, which, as you get older, I feel like birthdays kind of mean a bit different. Where, like, when you're a kid, it's just about, like, what you get for your birthday. But now it's more about, like, who shows up to, you know, wish you a happy birthday and who's thinking about you on this, like, one day a year, you know. USS on this 29. I mean, definitely not ancient, especially these days. Especially these days, 29 is far from ancient. When I was 24, I had no idea what I was doing, but now at 25, I still have no idea. Well, my question is, Lawlock, does anyone really know what they're doing? Does anyone? I'm not too sure. I mean, I feel like I've got a general sense of where, you know, things need to be. But, you know, maybe I'll look back at this in a year's time and go like, well, what was I thinking, you know? Oh, Meerkat, you're asking the soju flavor. Oh, okay, yes. Okay, I would go and grab them, but I don't want to, like, just be gone for too long. So, if I can remember correctly, I have 4 bottles of soju, guys. I got 4 bottles. I remember one's lemon, one is green grape, grapefruit, and plum. That's the, those are the flavors. I actually remember them all now. There's a lovely Korean, or it's like an East Asian market in Brighton, and so I went there. I was looking for soju for a long time because I love soju. I absolutely adore soju. So I was looking for a while. Eventually I found it. Yeah, I'm gonna have a great time with a couple of drinks of soju tonight. Food from afar, 54 this year. That is quite an age. I believe that's around my parents' age. So yeah, congrats on making it to 54. Some do not make it. Some are not that fortunate. Who else we got? Who's gonna be? Who's gonna go on a watching spree since it's Fox's birthday? Yes, Arlecchino. Hell yes, go on that watching spree. I'm so excited for you guys. Well, I'm so excited to show you guys the upcoming videos that are about to come out, because I have 3 videos in production right now, guys, because of the way I've changed my content, like how it's a lot, like, not like low effort, but it's less intensive on the editing recently. It's allowed me to get way more content out there, and that means that I can get you guys like 1 to 2 videos a week, which is really, really cool. And recently I've just been all about getting content that I think is going to work out. I've had, you know, I'm sure if you look at my channel, you will see that the first half of 2025 was not that good for me performance-wise, but I think in the last like month or so, I've really been able to build on that. And so this month, even right now, even though it's only 24 days gone, is already my best month of the year so far. I'm really hoping to carry that on as we go. So who else? Yeah, who else is saying anything? If you guys got any questions, leave them in the chat, and I will answer anything you guys want. I will answer the question. What do we got here? How's the weather there? Looks a bit cloudy. Looks a little bit cloudy today. It has not been the best British weather over the past week or so. It was pretty good beforehand. Like up until maybe like last week, we were having a pretty good time, but the last week or so, it's definitely not been the strongest. It's been a lot of kind of rainy days, cloudy days. Turning 25 in 4 days. Well, happy birthday in advance to my broken chair, or my broken chair. Plum flavor is underrated. I've not had the plum flavor yet, so we'll find out how the soju is. I don't think I've had any. I've had green grape, which I remember tastes like vape, and I kind of like I don't vape or anything, but I do not mind the flavor so much. So I do quite like the green grape, but it does taste very artificial. You guys seem to, yeah, everyone here seems to know a bit of soju. Everyone seems to know. Thank you, Jet Black and Charlotte. Jet Black J and Charlotte wish me a happy birthday. Thank you very much. There's a small international grocer near me, but they don't have an alcohol license, so they don't have it. Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, especially in Brighton, I don't know if you guys know, I'm from Brighton. I've made this like fairly, like, this is no secret that I'm from Brighton or anything. There's been a lot of like Asian students come to the university recently, like the universities and stuff. So they've been opening up like a lot of like Asian shops and stuff, noodle shops and like Asian grocery shops, which is really good for me because I love East Asian culture. Like, I love Korean culture, I love Japanese culture, Chinese culture, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty great because they got some cool stuff. Amilano Camper, I just turned 19. Am I Unk status yet? No, I wouldn't say so. I wouldn't say 19. I would say you're Unk status at like I mean, I would say 24, maybe 23, but it also depends on like the rest. Like my average age for a viewer is probably older than me, I'd say, based on my analytics. Whether or not that be that people have lied about their age on their things, I'm not too sure. But my average like age of viewer is like, now my most viewed demographic right now is 25 to 34. Which means that the average viewer of this channel is probably like, I would imagine, kind of mid to late 20s. Which, like, for me personally, I don't really mind because I've never made my content really like kid-friendly. I've always tried to make it not elevate it, but like I use longer words and I don't really pander to the like everything's popping up every second like kind of lanky box kind of stuff. I'm very much like, let's tell the story, we'll tell it right. And if you're like down for a deep, not even a deep, but like if you're down for like a conversation like that, then we'll go for it. Which, you know, I understand that like 12, 13-year-olds probably want something a bit more like kind of in your face and like big and all that, but let me see, what other questions have we got? Let me say this right now, no one is too old for this channel whatsoever. There is no too old. Maybe there is a too young. I think if you're maybe like under the age of like 11, that's maybe like the youngest. The youngest. My question is though, for all the old heads in the chat, like I'm surprised you guys are so into like YouTube drama and like online controversies and stuff. I just thought that was like a younger thing to really care about like this kind of, I don't know, like slop. I mean, it's not always slop, but it's, you know, sometimes it's like, it's very like low stakes, like in the grand scheme of things. Like these are people that have just made dumb decisions. And outside of the online ecosystem, usually it doesn't matter. Sometimes there's legal proceedings and stuff, but I am interested why some of the older folk might be interested in it. But everyone is welcome. Every single person is welcome in the community. So we've got Emma Kathleen has asked, any shirt looks good. Woo! Is it just for today? I put this on specifically for today because this is one of my favorite shirts. I kind of like the design, the detail on it. And I also like that, like when I roll my sleeves up, I like when I can roll sleeves up and it's got a contrast on the inside. Because usually these days when they do shirts, I'm really into fashion and stuff, but usually when they make shirts these days, they make them kind of like long line, and I'm quite a small guy. So for me, it looks like I'm wearing my older brother's shirts. If I have like sleeves down to there, it doesn't look good. Especially since I've been working out, I like to show a bit of the bicep. So having something like this, I can roll it up and have like that contrast there. I think it looks quite nice. What else we got? Would you have cake? I don't think I have any cake for today, but I am having Five Guys, so. What's your tips on editing and how do you get so much information on topics? Good question, Jet Black J. When it comes to editing, I'd say my main tip is just do it. Just edit. Edit any opportunity you can and eventually you will get better, right? For me personally, right, if you look at my videos, I don't think they're badly edited. I don't think they are whatsoever. I put a lot of time and effort into my content. However, there are people out there that are better at editing than me, and I'll put my hands up and admit that. The Sunny V2 clones, the ones that have like stuff going all over the place, they are probably on just they're just technically better at editing than I am. I know like Premiere Pro, all of my editing is through Premiere Pro and maybe a little bit of After Effects, like a very, very small amount. But also when you look at my content, the editing has gotten better throughout the past 5 years or 4.5 years since I've started YouTube. So I would say tips on editing, just do it. How do I get so much information on topics? I guess like that's just how good you are at Googling stuff, really. Like all the information I get is through like YouTube or Google searches, right? I would say a lot of the time, a good tip is to make a give time parameters to YouTube. Sometimes I'll be looking up a very like modern story. So for example, I'll give you guys a little a little tidbit, because you guys are here, the 35 to 40 or so people that are in the chat right now. I'm going to give you guys a FoxAkimbo exclusive. I'm making a video very soon, and you guys, some of you might know why I'm doing this. I'm making a video very soon about YouTubers or like internet entities that defrauded charity. Okay, that is the video that I was working on today. And there has been a very, very big case of this recently. So when you Google it, all of the searches are about this case, like what comes up first. So you have to go to the time parameters and change it. So usually I do it by year or something. So I usually look up like content creator, charity fraud, and make it so I only see results that were published before January this year, or before June or July this year. If you guys know why I'm making this video about charity fraud, then you guys will know one of the stories that we'll be getting into very, very soon. Let's see what we got here. Any good movies you can think of? Alexander Molyneux, great question. I saw Superman last night. It was actually very, very good. I was surprised in how good Superman was. I would say this, right? If you guys don't have me, at Schmeekpleep on Letterboxd, I'll put it in the chat now. If you guys have Letterboxd, add me at Schmeekpleep. It's also in the channel like link. The Superman movie, I've had like superhero fatigue for a long, long time. And I do think when I was watching that movie, I realized I don't actually have superhero fatigue. I just have lazy, generic, cookie cutter Marvel fatigue, right? Which is most of their movies for the past 5 years have just been like 99% the same, where they undercook the villains. The heroes are just kind of like whatever, and every movie just kind of feels like the exact same thing. Superman was very good. I've also seen a lot of South Korean cinema recently, such as Memories of Murder, which was quite good. I saw, what's it called? Old Boy? I saw Old Boy for the first time quite recently. If you haven't seen that movie and you're over the age of 18, I would say watch that one just for the third act. The first two acts I thought were good. They were like fine. The third act though, oh my god. If you've seen Old Boy, you know what I'm talking about. That movie is haunting. It is an intense movie, so make sure if you're watching it, you're in the right headspace, because it is an intense movie. If you want to see Memories of Murder, definitely, it's kind of like Zodiac, but better. And Korean. As I said, I love East Asian culture. I love their movies. Food from Afar says, have I tried sake yet? Yes, I have. I remember it was 2 or 3 years ago. I went to another Asian mart. I was going to a house party, and I didn't know that there were like a lot of Asians that were going to be there. I went to an Asian mart. I picked up some sake because it was like on the way to the house party. I go to the house party, a bunch of Asians are there, and they're like, wait, oh, he's got sake. So I just open up the sake, and we're just like I'm doing sake with a bunch of Japanese people, which was quite cool. Let me see what we've got. We have got many more questions. Oh, you guys are going so fast right now. What else have we got? How do you balance making videos with job, career, school? I don't. This is my job. I did do it years ago whilst I was also studying, but then, like back then, my videos would take like a day or two to make. I was making like kind of really kind of rushed icebergs. They were good fun, and there's definitely a quality to them that they were very authentic, but I did them really quick. Thank you guys again. I'm seeing many more comments about the birthday. Thank you very much for everyone who's sending those in. What else we got? Yeah, okay, Shane the host is the one to get it. Yeah, it is because of Iron Mouse. Yeah, Jet Black J has also called it as well, the Shoujo incident. The Shoujo incident I will be discussing, guys. So if you don't know what the Shoujo incident is, maybe just don't look up anything to do with Iron Mouse and let me be the one to break this story to you, because it's a pretty crazy case that's only unfolding right now. Thank you, Future Endings, for the message. Thank you, Lucky Toad, as well. Dinners on HBO. Yeah, if you guys have any movie recommendations, let me know down below. Meerkat, your dad recommended you, old boy? Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, Old Boy is a crazy, crazy movie. I've not seen the movie I Saw the Devil. Latest Final Destination was funny as hell. No, I've not seen any of the Final Destinations. They freak me out too much. Lady Black Monarch, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day, even though you're at work, to say happy birthday. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, I have many more videos coming out very, very soon. If you guys have notifications on, which I assume that probably a lot of people that are watching this right now might, you might have seen that my next video was already leaked by myself. I accidentally leaked my next video. I do hope that the people that clicked on the thing also saw my comments saying, don't watch it now. I've re-uploaded a new version. Because basically what happened, guys, right, let me say this. So for the longest time, I was making content and then I would release it basically immediately. Maybe I might release it like a day or two later. Like if I finish it on a Wednesday, maybe I'd wait to the Friday to release it. But I was essentially making content that took about as long to make as the distance between videos, right? So if there was 9 days between uploads, it was because it took 9 days to make the video. I've recently changed my format, and how you guys might notice that I'm on camera a lot more now, because it's way easier for me to edit than doing all these kind of whooshes and swooshes and transitions and stuff. What this means is that I can get ahead. I can make content now in like half the time and I can get ahead. But when it came time for me to make this new video, I guess just out of muscle memory, I decided to put the schedule, because you can schedule videos. I scheduled it to go up that day. Just out of like that, because that's what I always do. I always, like 9 times out of 10, I just go to it, schedule it for later today. The video did not have a thumbnail, right? So if that video stayed up, it would do shit until there was a thumbnail put on it, and I didn't want to like risk that. So I was away at the time it came out, and I was like, oh shit, I should have probably just instantly deleted it, but I didn't. And so about 600 people have already seen this video. I was thinking, and I'll hear your guys' thoughts from this, I was potentially considering starting back up my channel memberships and having early access to videos be one of the perks. I've had a Patreon before, and I had a very short-lived channel membership before. But I just didn't feel as though I was giving anything to the people that paid for it and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, you might get your name shouted out at the end of the video, but then I was also like, oh, you know, especially in these economic times, I want everyone to have their own like money and stuff and all that. But then I've kind of come around to it in the past like year or so thinking, oh, but people might want to support me and stuff. Like some people, especially people on the internet, like a lot of them have a lot of money. They just do like, you know, jobs and stuff. They get paid good money, and then you ever seen a furry? They have tons of cash. So I was thinking maybe I'll set up like some sort of channel membership, and then I could make one of the perks like early access to content. Maybe I just do like one tier or something. I don't really want to like have to start dividing up my time and stuff. Maybe just make one tier. If you want to support the channel, like $5 a month or something, and then that could help out. But I want to know what you guys think, because Yeah, it's just been something that I've been considering recently, like maybe I can kind of have that, and then that will make up for any time there's some sort of demonetized video or something. I can have, like, you know, Patreon or channel membership kind of cash coming in and sorting it out. So yeah, that's what I've been considering recently, but let me know what you think of that. I've not pulled any strings yet, it's not confirmed yet, but I was thinking, like, even if like 99% of people aren't interested, maybe there's 1% of people who are in like a you know, a strong financial situation, and they're like, okay, you know what, let's kind of chuck them some cash or something, and they can get early access and a shout out at the end of the video or something. Aries, yeah, ask, how old are you now? I'm 24 years old. Hudder said, yeah, I did see the video come up on my homepage. I thought the thumbnail was a glitch. Yeah, I mean, it was a shock to me. It was a shock to me. Yeah, no, honestly, I did pull a Tom Holland for that one. I did pull a Tom Holland. That was, I think it's the only time. Actually, I did have one very recently as well. Do you guys want to know? I don't know if I can, like, get in trouble for saying this. I don't think I can. So what you guys might have noticed about a month ago was I released an iceberg on Instagram, like the darkest depths of Instagram, right? Some people might notice that it went up twice. And so some people were asking, like, what's going on here? So I'll answer this now. So basically, I had initially uploaded the original version, but you might notice that it was a sponsored video, right? It was sponsored by CyberGhost. And when you do sponsored videos, basically, you need to do what the brand that are paying you, like, what they want, like, to a T. If they tell you to, like, change something, you change it, basically. That's kind of what I've learned. They wanted a very, very minimal change in the in that segment. And so I did it. I showed it to them. They were like, make this change. And I was like, okay, sure. I did it. And they were like, okay, this is good to go. I accidentally uploaded the original version with the mistake in it. It was a mistake of, like, some sort of percentage or something. And only after, like, an hour did I realize. So I was like, oh crap, like, let me take this down and then I'll re-upload it. Then I'll re-upload, like, a new version with the... Well, then I'll make live the new version or whatever. So yeah. Lloyd Jones says, hello from Liverpool. Hello from Brighton. I was in Liverpool very recently because I'm a fan of the football team. I went to see the trophy parade. And I also went to see Anfield as well, back when Liverpool won the league. So I really do love the city, Lloyd. If you're still in the chat, I absolutely love Liverpool. The people are very, very nice, at least the ones I saw. They're just fun people, Scousers. I can't like rate them enough. If you guys are not from the UK, if you ever get the chance to go to the UK, I definitely say Liverpool should be on the list. As well, especially because it's in that, like, kind of zone of, like, Liverpool, Manchester, Sheffield and Leeds are all quite near each other. Aries King Malaloto, bloody heck, you're around my brother's age. Way to make me feel like an aunt. But no, I mean, I'm definitely getting up there now. I say as a 24-year-old. Siri Marina says, any hidden hobbies you want to share with us? I play pool quite a lot. Like, as in, like, kind of snooker pool. I don't even know if you can see it, like, that kind of pool. So I would consider that a hobby. I would consider, like, my movie watching, cinephile. You know, I call that a hobby, to be honest. Traveling, I think if traveling's a hobby, then I count that as well. If you guys see, I'll do this again, get out of the way. If you see all of these in my recent videos, these are all knickknacks, except for one or two of them. Small little knickknacks of my travels. The trophy is not, But then we have the Eiffel Tower, which is when I went to France. We have that one there is the Duomo from Italy. That one is the Iron Throne, which I got in Northern Ireland. That is a Smoky Bear from Tennessee. That is a chicken from Kentucky. We have a seal from California. What is that next to it? Oh, an alligator. This one is an alligator from Florida. Then we have a cactus from Arizona. A turtle from Nevada. And that's a globe from my mum. And that is a hedgehog that I painted on a date. I went to a pottery barn or pottery cafe, whatever you call them. So basically my rule is every time I go to a new country or new state, I'll get a small little trinket and then I'll put it in the background of my set. Which I think is really cool. The only thing is there are some countries that I've been to that I need to get one for. So I need to get one for the Republic of Ireland, which I've been to before, but I have a lot of family there, so getting a trinket from the Republic of Ireland won't be a problem. My criteria for it is that I need to leave the airport, really. Like, even if I was there for like a couple of hours or something, like even if I'm just passing through, I will collect a knick-knack if possible. My plan is to hit all 50 states by the time I'm like dead and buried. A lot of even Americans tell me like there's no need. They're like, you don't need to do all 50. But for me, I think it's quite cool just to say I have. There is no, I have no ambition to spend tremendous amounts of time out in certain states. I won't say which ones, but I would like to visit all 50. And same with Europe, I'd like to visit basically every European country as well. So yeah, so if you guys ever see a new trinket or knickknack in the background of my set, you'll know that I've been to a new country or state. Because I feel like everyone should have like some sort of travel collection thing. I value travel way more, like I value experiences way more than physical things, you know what I mean? Like for me, going and experiencing life and doing fun things with your friends and stuff is way more important than getting a Rolex or having a flashy car or something. I'd much prefer having these great experiences. And I have a photo album. I don't even know if this is like a hobby. I guess technically it could be considered as like scrapbooking or something. I have this massive photo album. Every time I'm doing something kind of cool, I'll take some Polaroids of it. I should get some more film, to be honest. I'll get some Polaroids of it and then I'll put it in the album. And my intention is that in years to come, I will have like books. I'll have like several photo albums that I can show my kids and grandkids. And that's something that I really, really, I don't know, I think it would be really cool to have like my family lineage and stuff. We can have it all in photo albums. We can pass them down through generations. I just think the idea of like a physical copy of a photograph is fantastic. So like Polaroid photography could be a hidden hobby of mine. We've got tons more questions. How's the UK? Pretty contentious right now. But I also think that most countries are. Are any countries right now like actually like properly happy? Like there's some stuff going on in the UK right now. Not many people are happy. But then also like if you're like not really paying attention to politics, then you could be happy. Just most people are. Dexterous Robin asks, what's your favourite movie? So my Letterboxd top 4, if I'm not mistaken, is Ratatouille, Battle Royale, Schindler's List, and Hot Fuzz, I think? I believe that's what it is. I tell people that my favourite film is Battle Royale. Yes, it is, yeah. It is a fantastic Kinji Fukasaku 2000 classic. Similar to the Hunger Games, but much more brutal, much more intimate, much better, I would say. It is a phenomenal movie. What else we got? Meerkat saying, dude, you got to explore more of California. There's a lot of the state to see. I've seen a lot of SoCal by this point. I've been to California, if you guys don't know. I've been to California like 3 or 4 times now. 3 times. I'll probably be going back to San Diego next year. And then, aside from that, I mean, yeah, I go back most years, so I will be seeing a lot of the states. Maybe at some point we'll go back up for like a proper San Francisco trip or something. That'd be kind of fun. What else we got? Yeah, Aries King Manaloto asks, what music do you listen to? And to answer that, I listen to mostly indie, but I've been listening to a lot of stuff recently. I've been listening to pop punk recently. I've been listening to Japanese city pop recently. I've been listening to post punk recently. I've been listening to all sorts, like indie rock, lo-fi rap. Literally, what's it called? Like kind of bedroom pop, surf rock, shoegaze music, you know. I've been listening to so much. I'm going to try. My problem is that I always forget what day is the 15th day of the month. I'm going to try and revive Fox's 15, which if anyone here doesn't know what that is, every day on the 15th day of the month, I will share 15 songs that I've been listening to recently, and if you want to give them a listen, then you can. I share a Spotify playlist of 15 songs. If you go back far enough on my community post, you'll be able to find like my link to it. I'm going to try and remember next month to do Fox's 15 and just try and remember every month from here on out. Blazing Zombie says you should come to Georgia and get a bulldog. I'm not too sure if the bulldog, if it's like the literal like dog, if you know what I mean. But I have technically been to Georgia, but it was a layover. I recently had a layover in Georgia in the Atlanta airport on my way back from VidCon. So I've not been outside the airport, so I didn't get a statue, like I didn't get an ornament for Georgia, just because I've not been outside the statue. There is a possibility that next year, me and the YouTubers I go with, which if you don't know, it's Brugly, Dire Trip, Raymundo2112, and next year we don't know, maybe some other people as well. Right now, the thought is maybe going New York, because I've not gone New York yet. And if we go New York, then I can also tick off New Jersey and Pennsylvania, probably. Like, just kind of go New York for most days, do a day in, like, New Jersey, and do a day in Philly. And I can get those 3 states ticked off, just like that. And I can have 3 extra over here. I'd like to do a New England trip at some point, even though I hate Vermont. Check out New Hampshire, Maine, the rest of those guys. I'd like to do a like northwest trip at some point, so hit up like Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. That would be quite nice. So what else do we have? Fruit from Afar says, yeah, I live in Cork City. Where in Ireland are your family from? They're from like, I think a little bit north of Dublin. Is in and around. British politics be like, yeah, it's a pretty crazy world in the UK. Blazing Zombie, shout out Hot Fuzz, thank you very, very much. Joybang says, Cali rocks, but for sure visit Hershey Park. I've not been to Hershey Park before. Meerkat says, come to Central and Norca. I don't know where that is. Oh, Central and NorCal. Oh, North California, yes. Yes. I'll let you know if I'm ever in the area. I'll let you know. I think basically the thing is for us is that because VidCon is in SoCal, it's like Anaheim area. Anytime you want to get up to California, it's a long drive. It's a very long drive. I'm just looking at it now. Like, yeah, Anaheim is just so south. So, yeah, especially like California is so big. Because one time we went to San Fran, but we did a 4-hour road trip to the middle of the state first, and then a 4-hour trip to San Fran for a day trip. Realistically, we probably should have stayed for a little bit longer, but... And even that's only halfway through the state. It probably takes like a good 20 hours. It would take you like 2 or 3 days of full-on driving to drive from the north to the south of California. Surely. Wait, do I have Good Kid playing in the background right now? Oh, I completely forgot. I have 2 songs going on right now, I think. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize that I had Good Kid. I do have Good Kid on in the background. I love the band. And they made it so their content is it's like DMCA free, which is awesome. If you guys haven't heard Good Kid, definitely check them out. Let's see what we got right now. Just got a flower delivery and a cupcake from one of my co-workers. That's very, very nice, Kirsten. That is a very, very nice little birthday gift. Dexterous Robin asks, do you watch any YouTubers that make similar content to yours? I'm not really too sure, to be honest. Let me just... Every now and then, so there's a couple of content creators that make like similar enough content to mine. So like, I will watch, like I used to watch Mogul Mail back when Ludwig was doing that, and that's kind of similar-ish. It was like talking about like kind of hot topics on the internet. These days, I've been watching a few Sensitive Society videos recently, but that's just because I got to like really get to know Sensitive Society recently, so I've been watching him. Every now and then I'll watch like an internet anarchist video or like an internet historian video, or my housemate's kind of into internet historian. Let me think. Yeah, that's about it, really. For me personally, right, because I work on YouTube from 9 to 5, 5 days a week, or recently it's been 6. I do so much work for the channel, so the last thing I really want to do once I'm like finished is watch someone else's content. It also allows me to stay like, what would I say? It makes it so I'm not like accidentally plagiarizing, if you know what I mean. Because sometimes you'll watch a video and then you'll have that in your mind and you'll like basically reword the video, or like even outright plagiarize it, but you won't really realize because it's just in your mind. Like people have the same ideas all the time, but people also sometimes like accidentally plagiarize each other all the time. I want to make sure that I don't do that. Let's see what we got. Blazing Zombie says, yeah, I used to live in Oregon as a kid. I highly recommend it. I'll be checking out Oregon at some point. Luxia asks, how and where do you find ideas for a video? And that the answer to that is kind of simple. I think sometimes it just hits me. Sometimes I'm just like talking with friends and stuff, and then it hits me. I'm like, oh my god, wait, like no one's done that yet. Like, I've never seen that video before. I have 2 big folders, or 2 big like documents of video ideas. So I have one on Google Docs, which is when I'm like properly like, that's like the main one. And then I also have one in my phone for when I'm like out and about. So if I'm just like shopping in Tesco or something, and then I like brainwave or something, I'm like, oh, put it down on my phone, and then later on I'll like copy it onto the main one. Other times there will be something happen. So a lot of the time, like I'm on Reddit quite a bit looking for ideas and stuff, and the YouTube drama subreddits or live stream fail subreddits, I get a lot of like, I'll see a lot of things happen because of that, right? And then I'll think like, a lot of the time when I see stories like that, I'm like, that's not the only time that's happened. Like this is like the 3rd or 4th time that this has happened. So then I'll peel back the information. One thing I've been doing a lot recently, and it's been working with, I did it for the alcohol video, if you guys have seen When Alcohol Ruins Your Online Career. And I did it with Ego, with Pirate Software. What I'll usually do is there'll be some sort of like recent story that's in the news. So whether it be Ludwig maybe facilitating like Mango's alcoholism, or whether it be Pirate Software who's just being like an absolute douche, I'll take one story and then I'll kind of, and that will be like the hot button one where people are like, oh, like, you know, we'll go for this one. And then I'll go like, okay, and that usually goes first. And that's like what the kind of the video is about. And then I'll show other instances of that happening. So it's both current, but also a retrospective on others. And the false allegations one is yet another example of this, because there's been the Corey X Kenshin stuff, but also the Skeppy stuff recently. So we'll have something that is modern, and then also more stories about fake allegations that also happened, but they're not so like hot button, but I can kind of use them to like pad the video out and give some other stories and stuff. Lord Boneman, I have been seeing what's been happening with the shoujo. You'll be very, very happy to hear that there will be content about that very, very soon. I am making a video where I will talk about for shoujo, so don't worry. Also, yeah, Luxia, sometimes I'll be just talking to friends and we'll like, sometimes I'll reminisce on something. I'm like, oh yeah, remember that? And then like, again, it will spark a brainwave where I'm like, wait, like no one's ever like spoken about this. It's been ages. A lot of the time I'll also see something on Twitter and I'll make a video about that. The problem is always though that like I'll see a lot of stuff on Twitter and then it doesn't always necessarily translate to a YouTube audience, which is something I've noticed. So yeah, sorry, I was just reading something. Lord Boneman, may we have any hints on what's on the Google Doc? So, okay, so here's the thing with the Google Doc. The thing is with the Google Doc is just because something's on it doesn't mean that it will get made. In fact, most of the videos on the Google Doc do not get made. I have probably, this is just the 2025 version. I have, how many words do I have here? 2,000 words, right? And when I say 2,000 words, the words are all title ideas. Okay, so basically, take away like a few different ones of like various things. Let me just read through some that I haven't done and I probably won't do. Reddit's unbanned communities. The tragic reality of TikTok musicians. The victims of the YouTube drama subreddit. Actually, I might do that one. That one, I might do. The mink situation 1 year later. It's been more than a year, so I can't talk about that now, but I have also done that. This is months ago when I was still doing like stuff about social media apps. Snapchat's banned users, Discord's infamous banned servers, the TikTok shop's banned items. To be honest, those 3 videos probably would have slapped back in the Book of the Banned Day. Roblox's banned scammers, Depop's banned scam artists. So that's just a flavor. The Google Doc, basically, when I don't know the video, because sometimes I'm like, this is it. Like, I'll have the brainwave, and I'm like, instantly, this needs to get made now. Like, this will be the next video, 1000%. But sometimes I get to the end of a video's run, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to make next. So that's when I resort to the Google Doc. So when there's something like the alcohol video or like the ego video, I know that like those videos, the time is of the essence, because people probably won't care about the alcohol stuff in like a month or two's time when Mango is now he's like on the straight and narrow and stuff, he's improving himself and all that. So the video, now people are still watching it and stuff, but it's not like the current hot button trend. Even when I made it, like the Mango situation was already a week or two old. Same thing, people will eventually forget about all the pirate software stuff. Probably. So it's another one where where those sorts of videos are like, it needs to be done now. Whereas there are certain ones that I'm making, the for shoujo one as well. I knew that people will still be talking about for shoujo in a couple of days' time, so that one needs to get done now, basically. No worries, Lord Bowman, for being pushy whatsoever. I appreciate all of the questions. Varus asks, what are your 3 favorite bands / artists that you listen to? I'll always say Arctic Monkeys. Arctic Monkeys is probably my go-to. Then Van Sire is another classic on the FoxAkimbo rotation. Always listen to Van Sire. They have some new songs out, so if you guys wait to see the next Fox's 15, you'll see Van Sire there. And Origami Angel as well. I'm part of the Gami gang. They're kind of Midwest emo. So it's 3 very different. Arctic Monkeys is British indie rock. Van Sire are kind of like shoegazy. And Origami Angel are emo. Midwest emo. So very different. Dexterous Robin, I'd kind of be interested in a video about TikTok musicians. Maybe. I mean, the thing is as well, though, is about that video, I can't remember what I was thinking when I wrote the title down. So now, to me, the tragic reality of TikTok musicians makes just as much sense to me as it does for you guys. Which is, like, very little. Does not make too much sense. I'd have to do some research into that one. But I will be making... yeah, a for shoujo video and a video about like instances that are similar to that, as well as the one that is coming out tomorrow, which I'll just leak it now. The one I'm making tomorrow is about false allegations. If you saw the notification, you'd already know that. It's going to be... I don't know what it's going to be yet. I've just been given access to ABC titles, so we'll find out what the title is when I get the results back from that. And then I have another video. Which one am I working on right now? Oh, I've got another video that I won't tell you guys yet. The one that will come out next Friday is a bit out of pocket. I can't even lie. The one that's going to come out next Friday, I expect to maybe see a little bit of pushback. So yeah, okay, well, it's just gone 5 o'clock for me. I told you guys I'd stream for an hour. It's been an hour. And I think I just want to get the rest of my day on, but I thought I'd say hi to you guys. And so I think I'm going to end the stream in just a moment. Thank you guys very much for coming along. I really do appreciate it, as I've said throughout this stream. It's really meant a lot to me. Thank you so much for all your birthday wishes. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next stream. Thank you very much. See you soon.